Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
A man wanted for questioning in a homicide takes off from police, dragging a detective along the way before crashing right into a child's play area.
But we begin with a shooting that shut down 2 Metro Detroit freeways and the search underway to find the gunman. Thanks for being with us. What we know at this hour, the man behind the wheel of a Jeep says he was hit by gunshots on the Southfield Freeway.
He then pulled over on I-96 and called for help. Mara McDonald live at Joy and the Southfield. And Mara, State Police and DPD both working this case.
They are, Devin, and take a look behind me. Just now, MSP has reopened the section of the Southfield right here. It has been shut down for the last 2 hours because MSP got out here and started walking the freeway looking for shell casings. Traffic was shut down for hours this afternoon on 96 in Greenfield as police tried to piece together what happened to the driver of this Jeep. You can see the back window is blown out, so is one of the driver's side windows. What look like bullet holes mar the driver's side door, and at least one of the tires is flat. The driver is alive, but at the hospital being treated. Now, sources say he is telling police he was shot at while driving on the Southfield north of Joy Road, which is why late tonight, police shut down those lanes of traffic and started walking the freeway looking for shell casings. Police sources telling us the driver of the Jeep was fired on and then pulled over near 96 in Greenfield and then called a family member to come and get him. What led to the shooting at this hour is unknown. Back here live, what we are hearing out of MSP right now is that they did recover shell casings at that 96 and Greenfield location where that Jeep stopped. What we do not know at this point, or have at this point, is any sort of vehicle description on whoever the alleged shooter is. More to come from MSP. My guess is in the morning. We are live on Detroit's West Side tonight. I'm Mara McDonald. Back to you.
Okay, Mara, thank you. And this breaking news just in from Detroit's West Side, where one person is shot and killed while sitting inside a car in a driveway.
And one other person was inside the car, also wounded. Tim Pamplin has the night cam on the scene.
I heard pop, 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 and then boom, 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 boom.
Neighbors discussing what it sounded like here just a short time ago as gunmen opened fire on a couple of young men sitting inside a vehicle in that driveway right there. When police arrived, it was clear one man was already dead. They then bundled the second person into the back of the police car, but then the medic arrived. Medics here taking that second victim down to the hospital under a heavy police escort here. I'm being told one of the young men lived in the house that they were parked up at. So back out here you see the raw emotion, a young man comforting a lady. Again, this is McNichols and Fielding, 6 Mile and Fielding, Detroit's West Side. I'm being told the gunmen are on the loose. The investigation clearly just getting underway. That is the scene on the West Side with the night cam. Tim Pamplin, Local 4.
Okay, Tim, we're also following breaking news in New Hampshire, where Air Force 2 is forced to make an emergency landing after being hit by a bird on takeoff. This is video, in fact, showing the moment one of the engines was struck by the bird, and Vice President Pence was on board at the time. The plane safely returned to Manchester Regional Airport out of precaution. The Vice President and staff members then used a cargo plane to return to Washington.
An arrest of a murder suspect nearly turns deadly for a Wyandotte detective. He was dragged last Thursday by the suspect who was trying to get away in a pickup. Let's bring in Jason Colthorpe live at Wyandotte PD. And Jason, this guy's facing a lot more charges now.
Kim, detectives were still piecing together that other murder. Now this guy is facing an attempted murder charge along with 8 more charges for what you're about to see in this video. Wyandotte police working the 2019 murder of Linda Breen say they were trying to find 22-year-old Christian Lowe to bring in for questioning.
At the time of the arrest, wanted on 3 felony warrants and a misdemeanor warrant.
Police say last Thursday around 5 p.m. detectives trailed him to the Applewood Party Store on Southfield Road and tried to make the arrest.
However, Mr. Lowe actually made them as the police when they entered the parking lot, and he immediately fled to his vehicle. One detective actually began fighting with him inside the vehicle, and Mr. Lowe accelerated. He sped away, dragging our detective.
What you don't see after that truck leaves the screen is how it barrels through this back alley behind the store. You can see the tracks. And the detective gets bounced from the vehicle just seconds before the truck crashes into this fence right into a family's backyard next to a child's play area.
This officer needed a miracle to survive.
Deputy Chief Archie Hamilton also believes what happened here called for deadly force, but the detective decided against pulling his gun in those seconds he struggled with Lowe in the truck.
Officers all over our country are second-guessing themselves when it comes to deadly force, and in this case, I'm a firm believer that the officer, because he did not use deadly force, he nearly lost his life because of it.
By the way, off camera, I spoke to the mother who lives in that home. The kids were not in the yard when that crash happened. We also spoke to the girlfriend of Lowe, who told us the only reason he ran in that situation is because he didn't recognize those men as police officers. They were detectives in plain clothes. She also told us he had nothing to do with the murder in 2019 of Linda Breen. In Wyandotte, Jason Colthorpe, Local 4.
Okay, Jason, thank you.
Decision 2020, Democratic Vice Presidential nominee Kamala Harris stops in Flint and on Detroit's west side, holding a roundtable discussion with members of the community before heading to a voter mobilization event. She talked with our Rhonda Walker about COVID-19's devastating impact on the Detroit community and shared how the Biden-Harris ticket would handle the pandemic.
First plan of action is to listen to the scientists and the public health professionals and have a national strategy for testing, for treatment, and God willing, as soon as we get a vaccine and a safe vaccine, for distribution of that. It is about immediately putting in place support for our small businesses, building back up our communities in terms of their economic lifeblood, but also having a plan of action so we can get all of our kids back to school, which all of us as parents want to do, but we need to be able to do it in a safe way. These are some of the priorities that we have on day one.
Rhonda's conversation with Senator Harris continues tomorrow at 6 a.m. on Local 4 News Today. You'll hear her thoughts about the decision to name a replacement for Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg now. As a member of the Senate Judiciary Committee, she'll reveal her role in vetting that nominee if Senate hearings happen before Election Day. An outbreak of COVID-19 now being reported at Children's Village in Oakland County.
The Oakland County Health Department says this month 5 staff members and 4 residents have tested positive for the virus. Everyone who is tested positive is in isolation, while 17 staff members are self-isolating. The outbreak comes as the state reported 504 new cases, with 15 more Michiganders dying of the virus. Other headlines tonight. The CDC is discouraging door-to-door trick-or-treating this year, along with costumes with masks and Halloween parties, which may spread the virus. We have a list of the CDC guidelines on the coronavirus page of our website, clickondetroit.com. 9 people, including 7 children, are hospitalized tonight after a 2-car crash near Metro Airport. The crash happened just before 6 p.m. at Eureka Road, just west of Middle Belt in Romulus. Police say the 7 children hurt in the crash are between the ages of 7 and 12. Investigators are asking anyone with information to call Romulus police.
A Harper Woods man is now facing charges in connection with the shooting death of his girlfriend. 42-year-old Stephen Bratton, charged with first-degree murder. Bratton was arrested shortly after 37-year-old Katie Elliott was found shot and killed in the backyard of a Harper Woods home early Sunday morning. It was Bratton who called 911. Investigators said the two were arguing, and that led to Bratton pulling a gun and opening fire. Bratton does face life in prison if convicted.
Tonight, a former Wayne City Councilman is charged in a plot to plant fake evidence in the car of a city worker. The Wayne County Prosecutor's Office says Christopher Sanders paid a man to break into the employee's car and plant a starter pistol and fake drugs. Sanders is also accused of reporting a false road rage incident to get police to track her down. Sanders and his alleged accomplice are charged with multiple felonies.
President Trump now says he will announce a Supreme Court nominee to replace Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg Saturday at 5 p.m. Today, the president says his nominee should receive a vote before the presidential election so that the High Court will have 9 justices to settle any legal disputes coming out of that election.
Oh, I don't think so. We need 9 justices. You need that. With the unsolicited millions of ballots that they're sending, it's a scam, it's a hoax, everybody knows that, and the Democrats know it better than anybody else. So you're going to need 9 justices up there. I think it's going to be very important.
It was a busy day in Washington. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin announced a bipartisan agreement on a stopgap funding bill. That means it will avoid a government shutdown. The agreement will keep the government funded through the election, in fact, through to December 11th.
A stretch of I-75 is closed tonight in Oakland County. 14-mile road at I-75 and Big Beaver will be closed all night so crews can work on the bridges overhead. The work is only set for tonight and is expected to be wrapped up before the morning commute at 5 a.m. Still ahead, we're getting our first look inside downtown Detroit's newest apartment building.
Used to be the home of the Detroit Free Press. Now it has a rooftop pool. What else has changed and how much it costs to live there? Just ahead. Here comes Ben.
Devin, it's just 3/4 of a day of fall today. Now we've got a full day of autumn. So how is that going to feel? We'll check out the difference, plus a look at the weekend, which does have some changes in it. All ahead.
All right, Ben, but first, he was hit and killed while working on I-94 in Macomb County, and the driver never stopped. Tonight, his family sharing his inspirational story and sending the driver a message. Next.